Madison County in three-quarter time is not so much about the tempo of music as it is the pace of time one feels while traveling the country roads of Madison County, Iowa. Soft sounds of water below covered bridges. And beside them, the autumn colors of green and yellow. And gold. And a sense of country life in the latter 1800s all flow through your step like the rhythm of an easy waltz. The perennial beauty of Madison County enchants the eye and mind. Looking upstream over the worn wooden railings of Rosamond Bridge and watching amber currents ripple in the haze of sunset can be serenely addictive. Invariably, when most of us remember the best place we've ever lived, we think of the people there, the friends we left behind, that were almost like family. And so it is in Madison County, Iowa. Pioneers left their mark here with their log cabins, their sawmills and grist mills, the limestone structures they built from milled lumber, their ornate wood frame homes. And most notably, their covered bridges. County lore has it that on an unseasonably cold day in 1849, these hardy settlers gathered to name their county seat. The name Somerset was proposed, until a gentleman at the rear of the room, cradling a fair-sized jug, rose and blurted out, "If it's going to be this blasted cold, why not call it Winterset?" Apparently, few disagreed. 2 Civil War-era courthouses were destroyed by fire, but a third, built in 1876, still stands. Once cited as the best building of its kind in all the territory west of Chicago. At the turn of the century, prisoners awaiting court were kept here, and also left their mark on the marble walls of holding cells, sometimes humorous. When you get old and cannot see, put on your specs and think of me. Amen. Sometimes nostalgic, when the golden sun is setting and your mind is full of thoughts of so many thousand things you're thinking, will you sometimes think of me? G.H. Hershey, April 12, 1900. And occasionally mournful. I know thou art gone to the home of thy rest, then why should my soul be so scared? And even this advertisement, may I claim this space to write the words, "Forget Me Not." Ernest Jackson, poet and footery. To many people, Madison County is best known for its covered bridges. No one really knows exactly how many were built, but after nearly 1.5 centuries, only 6 survive and now stand as silent sentinels of the past. Sometimes called kissing bridges, for some they were the gardens where love grew and blossomed.
By the power vested in me by the state of Iowa and by the church, I now pronounce you husband and wife, and those whom God has joined together, let no one put asunder. You may seal your vows with a kiss.
The bridges became the backdrop for the celebrated novel by Robert James Waller, The Bridges of Madison County. This, and the filming of the movie based on his book, has brought more than a touch of notoriety to this peaceful Iowa farmland. Even Winterset's native son, John Wayne, would have been proud.
I'm Ken Billiter. I own the Northside Cafe, and recently they shot scenes from the Bridges of Madison County in this cafe. I was very thrilled. I was very honored to get part of an extra and being a customer in my own cafe. I sat over here at table 1, and I nursed a ham and cheese sandwich for 3 hours. Clint Eastwood sat up at the counter and was drinking coffee when the local young lady came in, and she was going with a married man, and all the townspeople glared at her and showed disapproval toward her. Clint stood up and said, "There's room down here." She went down and sat by him at the counter, and the waitress came over and was very hostile toward her and slapped the menu down and said, "Well, you're going to order anything?" And the young lady said, "No, thank you, I've changed my mind." And she got up and walked out. That was the scene.
At Roseman Bridge, Wyman Wilson explains the techniques used to age the bridge back to its 1965 appearance for the production.
What they had to do is age the bridge. They came in, well, 2 years ago, they renovated the bridge, spent $152,000 making it look new. Now the bridge looked new when they came, well, they didn't want it to look new, they wanted it to look old. So now they had to go back and age it, or weather it. And what they did, they painted the bridge with, it was a combination of water, powdered milk, evaporated milk, and Karo syrup to make it stick. So it'd be water soluble so they could wash it back off. Part of the problem is, see, they had to restore this back to new because of the historical value. They could not leave it looking old like this is.
Right.
Now on this end, give you an idea, which you can't see it now because most of it's already washed off. They took, they put a base paint on it, which is water soluble. Then they put a baking powder and baking soda film on it, then painted it. Then they took
The essence of Madison County is in its natural, almost primal beauty, a place to return to, with life at a slower, more even pace. A place where time draws people together. This is a place where the shades of autumn dance with the colors that echo from a painter's palette. Winter in Madison County, and icy winds have dusted the landscape with white and gray and somber browns. Except for the faded reds of distant covered bridges. An almost mystical feel as nature crystallizes and becomes a place for quiet thought, a place where inner feelings can be touched and awaken old memories and past dreams. is a sense of wonder here, an enchantment, reflecting the beauty of its surroundings and the character of its people. And so it is in Madison County, Iowa.
Thank you.